This is a unboxing video, maybe more of a box opening video of the new, or of my new DuroMax XP3100PWT pressure washer. I got this off of eBay. I got it $269. And I think for the features, it's got a 7 horsepower overhead valve engine. It's 3100 PSI, 2.5 gallons per minute. And unlike a lot of residential grade pressure washers, they actually give you a 30-foot hose. Most of them only give you a 25. It does have an onboard detergent tank. It's got 12-inch never flat tires. You get 6 nozzles. You get a 0, 15, 25, 40. You get a soap nozzle, and you get one of those new turbo nozzles. But I thought I'd do an unboxing because I think it's it seems to be a pretty good pressure washer for the price. So we'll open it here and see what you get. And how well it's packaged. Now, Home Depot, you can get this pressure washer at Home Depot. But you're going to pay, a little bit more of a premium for it at Home Depot. If you order it, on eBay, of course, you can find, tool and home supply companies that, they're going to sell them cheaper. It says if you're missing parts, to call that number. I haven't tried calling that number. Usually before I buy something like this, I'll call that number and see if you get real people. But it comes with a quick start guide laying right on top, so that's the first thing. It tells you what your package includes and the parts. It tells you what you will need. You got to have a crescent wrench, 10mm combination wrench, a Phillips screwdriver, a funnel, safety glasses. So there's some assembly to it. And I may not go all the way through that for this video. I might wait and we'll do another video once I've got it all together. But son, if you'll come in and kind of zoom in on top so they can see how it's packaged right in the box there. It's got the hose and the unit. Now probably what I'm going to have to do is, I'm probably going to have to cut one side of the box. I don't usually like to do that in case there's something wrong and I have to mail it back, but I don't see me being too successful on pulling this thing out of here by myself. And my son, this is the hose that comes with it. It's looks like a pretty decent hose. It's a non-marring hose, but now it's only a 30-foot hose. I went to Northern Tool and I bought a 50-foot hose, and I might be able to get. There's a coupler that you can get where you can connect 2 M22 hoses together, and I may get that because I was under the impression that it was a 25-foot hose that you get, but it's a 30-foot hose, and I actually don't think that was in the advertising of the pressure washer. I think it said on the advertising that it was a 25-foot hose, so that's not bad. That's a pretty nice hose for this price point. Now, I noticed when I was looking at this pressure washer on the Home Depot's website, and they ship you the oil. So it's a 10W30 oil. So that's the engine oil. Absolutely make sure you put that in before you start it up for the first time. This looks like a holder for, and that's my hound dog. So this it's a holder for the pressure washer. Here's all your booklet information, operator's manual for it. Oh, and one important thing that I hadn't talked about it. It says that it has a commercial grade pump. It's a 3-piston axial cam brass head. And now, you know, when you talk commercial, when you talk, I'm a maintenance technician. Have been for about 30 years now. So when you talk commercial, you know, I would think more like a cat pump. But I don't, you know, it says commercial grade. And I noticed on Home Depot's website that under specifications, next to commercial, it's got a yes for this pressure washer. I don't know about all that, yeah, because looking at the pump here, I mean, it looks like a decent pump comes on. And you get in there and see that pump looks like a pretty decent pump, brass head. But I don't know I think it might be a bit of a stretch too. It might be a bit of a stretch to call it commercial. But usually a commercial pressure washer, you're going to have a 1-gallon fuel tank, and this isn't even a 1-gallon fuel tank. But anyway, I'm gonna stop the video here because it's going to take me a little bit to get this out of here, and there's no sense in going through. There we can show you the gun. This is the gun. And apparently there was some oil leakage from something because this bag has got oil all over it. That's one thing I noticed. See, there's oil all over it. So I'll have to go get a rag. I don't know where that came from. We'll have to investigate where that came from. It don't look like it came from this oil here because there's not a drop on the bag. So I don't know where that oil came from. We'll have to check on that. So I'll have to get this wiped up. But it looks like a pretty decent gun, you know. And there's the rod, the wand that comes with it. I'm probably going to put some Teflon tape around that before I can or at least I might. I don't know because it has an O-ring. Now this is my first pressure washer too, so I'm not a expert by any means. Screw that on. Alright, so that's your wand length. It's pretty good, pretty standard wand length. And it feels heavy. I mean, it's not made out of, it doesn't feel like it's made out of cheap crap. I mean, it's got a little heft to it, a little weight. You'll have to hold it. So that's the wand. Get a good picture of the wand, son? Okay. That's the wand. So I'll lay it over here somewhere. But, and folks, I'm not a YouTube pro, so this video is probably not the quality you're used to watching, you know. But I'll be right back. I gotta get a rag. I don't know where the oil comes from in there. We'll have to find out where the oil comes from. But how they've got the handle package. Okay, here's the top. All right, this is the top. DuroMax 3100 PSI. Got your zero red. You got your holders for your tips, soap. It comes with the soap. It's steel tubing. Looks like pretty good steel tubing. This piece here now looks like there's metal tabs. It's not bolts. Now they got the holes drilled all the way through. So I suppose if that doesn't hold up, I'll probably end up with bolts through there to hold that. Get a little placard here with some warning on it. Says do not remove this tag. Talks about running engines and tells you how to start it basically. But that's that top piece. So you got that. On the back it has a little nozzle selection guide. I hope there's a bigger picture of that in the manual because at my age I'm gonna need a magnifying glass to see that, but you got that part. And then I think what's left is getting this thing out of the box. I don't know if I can pick this thing up out of here or not. It's pretty heavy. I'm probably gonna make an attempt to. I don't know if I can roll that thing out. If I turn it on the side, if I can roll it out of it or not. I might do. See what I can do here. Back up. Let's see if I can get this thing to roll out of this. There it is. All right. That's that turbo nozzle that everybody's, for the most part, including in their pressure washer. This got oil all over too. I don't know where the oil comes from. It's not really on the machine anywhere, but it was on the bag. I don't know. That's the only downside I've seen so far is there's oil. For some reason all over that back. I bet you it's got to do with that filter. Because they oil those filters. And that's where it's coming from in this filter house here. So I bet that's what it is. But it's their branded overhead valve engine. When you say they're branded, you know, there's only so many manufacturers that manufacture engines. So they're branded means that they got an engine manufacturer to brand this on under their name. So it'd be hard to figure who actually made that engine, whether it's a Honda engine or a Briggs and Stratton or whoever. I'm gonna say it's probably not a Honda engine for what you're paying for it, but you never know. And anyway, that's the turbo nozzle. comes with. It's a pretty nice nozzle. And there's the other tips right there. So you got that red 0.25, I think. So 40 in there, a 15. That's the soap nozzle. So standard pair tips. They don't look like they're anything. They don't look like anything real expensive. You might could buy, you know, some better tips for it or something. But there's the tips. Right there. It's pretty nice. I guess it's a pretty decent gun though for the price. Get the oil off the gun. It's got a lock for the handle, which I don't, you know, I don't know who in their right mind would need to lock their handle. I mean, surely you know better than to squeeze the trigger on this thing standing in front of somebody. And now all the oil's off the handle, let's you. Trigger off. And it doesn't look like it's a, it doesn't really, there's no DuroMax on the handle, so it's a generic handle. And I know I was up at Northern Tool, and Northern Tool's got the standard professional handles like what we use at work in our paint booth, in our wash booth. But as a starter handle, it's not a bad handle. So, and I don't know what that is. We'll have to get into the directions. Turbo nozzle. Oh, I think it mounts. It holds the nozzle. I don't know what that is. We got puppy dogs. If you want a puppy, let me know. We've got puppy dogs. I'm trying to find home before it goes up. And that's lower gun hook. So you gotta put that on wherever it goes. Engine is shipped without oil. You gotta put the oil in it. On and off switch. That's your fuel switch. Engine shipped without oil. I really don't see how you could miss that. But you'd be surprised if people will try to start this thing up and they ain't got the oil in it. All right, let me put at least put that top handle on it so you can get an idea how high it is, how it sets. Right, so there you go. Well, for the most part, it looks like, for the most part, it looks like it's assembled. Then the tips here, red. See how well they. Oh, it's got nice rubber grommets that hold the tips real well. That's kind of a nice feature. I mean, for residential home use, pressure washer, it's pretty nice. Take this knob here, put it back on the machine so you can see. Then once I get these other parts on, that turbo nozzle sets over here. That got a cushion handle, which is pretty nice, and it seems to roll pretty nice. So there you go. For the most part, the unboxing of the DuroMax XP3100PWT residential grade pressure washer.